Hi, hello. Got my flowers lit. Just going to get me knitting and then I can get started. Knitting a baby cardigan tonight. I've done 2 bits of it. So I'm onto the other front now. Let's see who is the first one in tonight. Who is going to join us? Who will be? Who will it be? Will it be Nathan? Will it be Chris? Will it be anybody? Seeing as there's nobody here at the moment. It's Nathan! I just said, will it be Nathan? And it was Nathan. It was Nathan. Let me get my colours sorted out. Oh, that's a good start. Hi, Esther. That's a good start. Knocked my needle on the floor and my knitting on the floor. Good start. Before we even get going. Oh, dear. You've done your thumbs up. I am so glad to hear that. Hi, Esther. I'm doing okay today. It's actually been sunny today. Woohoo! I wasn't out in it, though, sadly. I had things to do. Why is it whenever I go out anywhere, it rains? And whenever it's sunny, I'm staying in? Story of my life, isn't it, really? Yeah, so how is everybody? 6 people, 3 thumbs up. Remember, the thumbs up's important. Yes, I'm so glad. So how's everybody? Well, how is the 6 people that are in here? It's sunny today and it's not raining. Good, good, good. Good. It's been quite sunny here today. The family came back. I thought they were coming back tomorrow, but they came back today, but then they've gone out again. I think they only came in for a shower because they've been in the camper van. And the facilities are somewhat limited in the camper van. They do have a shower, but it takes ages for the water to warm up and also it steams the whole van up. So I think they came back for a shower and a change of clothing, and then they've gone back out again. So no doubt they'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, I'm doing my knitting. I finished my sweater off to... I did put a picture up on Facebook that I finished my sweater. I've got another one to do, but I need to contact her for sizes and to see what colour she actually wants, yeah. So at the moment, I'm finishing off knitting a baby cardigan that I started quite a while ago, actually. But it's got so many colours in it. I was putting off knitting the back because the back's like a checkerboard. And so I kept putting it off. Anyway, I gritted my teeth the other night and I did the back, which was the worst bit. Hi, Yolanda. Hello, everybody else who's lurking and not speaking. Hello. Hi, Linda. I've got me coffee. I've got my snack for later. I've got me bag of colours so I can carry on with this cardigan. Hoping to do a bit more of the knitting on this baby cardigan. Just been watching Sheila. She is still wrangling with HMRC, with Google Ireland. I'm glad I'm not one of the big earners, otherwise I'd have all that to do. I just can't be bothered at the moment because I don't earn much, as you know, so it doesn't, well, it does affect me because they're taking percentages off me, but I'm not going to go into it all. Hi, Chris. Hi, Christopher. Hi, Munchkin. Hello, everybody. Hey, everybody. Yeah, so like I said, I've just been watching Sheila. She's knitting Derek's cardigan at the moment. I'd rather her than me, because he's a big lad. She's got a lot of stitches on. It's a big size to knit. At least the sweater I've got to knit, she's only size 8. UK 8, which is probably about a 4 or a 6 in America. So she's only quite tiny. So what have you all been doing today? Have you all been sunning yourselves and doing? Yeah, thumbs up, thank you. Hiya! Yeah, the green is Derek's, well, it's a cardigan actually, Lizzie, that she's doing for him, yeah. But he is a big boy, so she's got a lot of knitting to do. Oh, you're going to Blackpool on Friday? You'll be in the Naked Sheep on Saturday, followed by a trip to Fleetwood Market. Well, I hope you're not expecting too much from Fleetwood Market. Yeah, it's not that thrilling. We went in on Thursday. I got some sweeties. But that's all I did get, yeah. You're shopping and packing for your trip to Greece, right? Okay. Have you packed my bag as well, Lizzie? I'll be there. Well, I can't because I've got no passport, but apart from that, I shall be with you in spirit. You've got cloudy weather. Wait a minute. 2, 4, 6, 8. I've got 2 more rows to do. You've got cloudy weather. Oh dear, Yolanda. We get rain all the time. I don't know why I'm saying oh dear. I'm sure we get more rain than the rest of the UK. I left Manchester, which is the rainy city, and we got less rain there, I swear. You never miss a treat to... Oh, gosh. It's not that thrilling, Linda. It's not bad if the sun shines. What size is the cardigan she's knitting? Gosh. It's about a 50-something chest, I think she's knitting. He's a big boy. Hi, Sean. He's a big guy if you watch his videos. I don't know quite how big he is, but he is a big guy. No, I can't say that I'm impressed with Fleetwood Market, Linda. I much prefer Berry Market. When you've had a really good market at your doorstep, I was so disappointed when I came to Fleetwood. You think it's a 54? Yeah, I know he's a big lad, isn't he? Yeah. Yes. He's going to be moving, he said as well, isn't he? He's finding somewhere else to live. He'll need a big place with all his wool, won't he? A bit like me, really. I'd need one bungalow for me and one bungalow for me wool. Oh, Fleetwood Market, definitely. I don't know because I've only been here 3.5 years, so I can't say what it was like. And of course, when I came here, it was COVID. So the market was actually closed when I came here at first. So, I've only got the locals that tell me it's not what it used to be. Nothing's what it used to be, let's face it. The whole world is not what it used to be. Shopping precincts are not what they used to be. Everywhere you look, shops are closing down. Is that his son? No, he lives in America. He sends the wool and things. He's a friend of hers, if you know what I mean, over the internet. Or as Peter Kay says, Tinterweb, yeah. You stock up on buttons. I prefer to get my buttons from eBay, to be quite truthful. What puts me off with Julie is everything looks as though it's in a great big lump. It's like... And that kind of puts me off a bit. I know it shouldn't, but it does. It puts me off having to... I mean, she's spreading out. She's got about 4 stalls now, I think, yeah. High streets are dismal, yeah. I was in the Naked Sheep the other day. I was getting some black Pato. She does a deal on the double knitting that you get, is it 5 balls for £6.50 or something? So I got that. As I say, I didn't even look on Julie's stall when I went in the market. I was trying not to, to be quite truthful. I have enough. But I did need some black because I wanted it for myself, to be quite truthful. I wanted another black cardigan. One of my black cardigans is very, very tatty. So in the winter, actually, I used it to sleep in. So it's very, very tatty. So it just wants to go in the bin, really. That's all it's fit for now. When you sleep in something, it gets a bit fluffy. And then Trixie ate one of the buttons off it, so she had a thing about eating me buttons. She ate the zip on me fleece, I think I told you all. That's something I was going to do today, actually. I was going to get the machine out and do something, but I didn't, yeah. Hi, Connie. You bought from the Naked Sheep. I only knew about the Naked Sheep when I moved here, actually. But I think even she was closed because it was COVID. You can hear the knitting ears, can you? Clickety-click, clickety-click. I'm clicking. Used to drive my ex-husband up the pole. Do you have to do your knitting? Click, 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 click. And then he used to complain. He would sit on the sofa. I used to sit corner on the sofa because our chairs, I couldn't knit in them. So he wouldn't sit in the armchair. He would sit next to me on the sofa. And he used to complain that I was shaking the sofa when I was knitting. Oh, my goodness me, no. I sleep in my socks and a cardigan and a hat when it's cold. I cannot sleep if I'm cold. I know they say you warm up when you're in bed, but it takes a lot. I have a heat pad. I don't have a heated blanket. I have a heat pad that I warm up in the microwave. If I am cold, I am miserable. I can't sleep if I'm cold. Yeah. Yeah, I wear a long sleeve night dress, even in the summer. Not for me, no strappy things, no sexy strappy things. No. I do not look a vision of loveliness when I go to bed. Any man would have to be desperate, yeah. Yeah, no. I dress for warmth and comfort when I get in my bed. I do not dress to entice. Not that there's anybody to entice these days, but never mind. It does not worry me. Yeah, they used to call them bed jackets, didn't they? Yeah. We always made a bed jacket just in case. In fact, I got rid of one before I came here, in case you had to go into hospital, to keep yourself decent and cover yourself up. But that was when I used to wear more flimsy nighties back in the day, strappy nighties, yeah. Those days are long gone. I don't have negligees, I have negligence, dear. There's no silky red numbers in my drawers. No, no, no. Long gone, Nathan, if ever they were there. Long gone. I don't blame you, Sian, yeah. A zip-up dressing gown. Yeah. Oh, I've lost my shawl. Oh, got a bit chilly, so I had to put a shawl on. And I've lost part of it. I do love my shawls. People say, oh, aren't they old-fashioned? No, they're not old-fashioned, they're warm. Once that sun goes in, yeah. Oh, you Berry Market. Oh, I love Berry Market. I'm going to go back again. They actually run trips to Berry Market on a coach from the local sort of community centre here. But I've never been on one because I'd have to ask if I could take my little fold-up scooter. And there's so many old dears with, you know, his suitcase hold might be full of fold-up walkers and things. You know, I'd have to ask beforehand if I could actually put my little fold-up scooter in. It's only small. It only folds up that looks like a suitcase when it's folded up, yeah. Yeah, it's, oh gosh, where's it? It's a very, very, very old one. You know what I'm like with my vintage patterns. It's just basically a shell and that, yeah, with a fringe. It's just the granny triangle. You know me, I love a shawl. Everybody goes, oh, shawls are old-fashioned. Shawls are for old ladies. Well, I am an old lady, so I don't care. And I wear them the old-fashioned way. I don't wrap them round, you know, front-wise and stuff. Yeah. I love my shawls. They're so handy. When I used to go abroad, they're so handy for the evenings, you know, because you don't want to take a big cardigan. You don't have room in your suitcase, do you, to take a big chunky cardigan? But there's always room for a shawl. Keeps the wind off your neck. That's another of my idiosyncrasies. Big word for a Saturday night. Idiosyncrasy. I can't do with the back of my neck being cold. I remember when V-back sweaters were fashionable. I couldn't wear them. Can't do with the back of my neck being cold. Doesn't matter how sunny it is. Can't do with the wind on the back of my neck. I think it's something to do with me having arthritis in my neck. I feel the cold. I'm a miserable old bat to feel the cold, yeah. And the older I've gone, the more cold I feel, yeah. Yeah, neuralgia, then it's arthritis. But I'm a hell of a lot older than you, Sian, though. Oh, something's going knock, knock. Sometimes it's the wind that comes down the chimney, you know, to the log burner, and it just rattles the door. When you're in on your own, sometimes you think, did I like the Portrait of the King? No. In that sea of red, you think? No. His face was okay. I just didn't like the way they'd done it. Too avant-garde for me. Well, I can't blame mine on head banging. I never did the head banging. Perhaps it was too much nosying in the past, you know, you doing all the rubbernecking. Perhaps that's what it was with me. Wasn't head banging, no, I can't blame it on that. Right, what colour am I on to next? La 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 la. God, this pair of scissors, it's like chewing through it. Yeah, the face was nice, Lizzie, but I didn't like the red background. Hi, Denise. Cheers. I didn't buy it for myself. I am not that vain. Somebody bought it me for a present. I am a crochet queen. Thank you, excuse me. Yes, I hope everybody has done the thumbs up. What colour am I doing next? Right. Knit 2 rows, knit 2 rows, knit 2 rows. Work 12 rows using B. What colour was I using for B? Lilac. I have to write the colours down because I'm a bit thick. I can never remember what colours I'm doing. If you want to know what I'm doing, it's once again A very old pattern. Wouldn't be me, would it? I'm doing that one at the bottom there. I've done it in all those bold colours, but I didn't have those bold colours in stock. So I am doing yucky pastels, which I don't really like. But this is why the back took ages, because you're doing it all in blocks, which gives you lots and lots of things to stitch in. So I'm on the second front. I've done the back. I've done one of the little fronts, and I'm on to another little front now. It's not for anybody in particular. I'm not pregnant, in case you're wondering. Yeah, I've not got a donor IVF. No. That would be one of my nightmares, I think. I did want another child, but I had to have a hysterectomy for medical reasons when I was in my 30s, so it wasn't meant to be, was it? So you just have to be grateful for what you get given, don't you? Which was one boy. I don't like these colours. I mean, mums may like the colours, but I don't like what I call sugar plum pink colour. Everybody goes, oh, aren't they lovely? If you're not a pastel colour person, you're just not a pastel colour person, are you? Although I do appreciate that some people are, which is why I am knitting this cardigan and hoping that somebody may buy it. Takes an awful lot of knitting, which I will not get paid for, but hey ho, I'm just enjoying knitting it. But I wouldn't like to do a raft of them. I wouldn't want any orders, let's just say. It's just I had a lot of pastel colours left over from when I did the crochet granny square blanket for the conservatory. I had so many bits of pale colours left over. And it's not like I'm going to use them up on myself, is it? You know, a granny square jacket for myself in pastel colours. You can't really see me wearing it, can you? It's just not me. I've done this mostly in dark colours, actually. You're using up the odds on the squares. Yeah, granny squares are all right, but blooming's getting crocheting together and darning all the ends in. It's a nightmare, isn't it? I had 160 squares on that throw that finished up in the conservatory. It's now finished up on my chair because nobody really wanted it after I'd made it. And I had enough wool to make two. So I've got all the pastel colours left over. So I'm going to be knitting baby cardigans or something with them and hoping that I can do a Sheila and actually sell some of them. Oh, it says it's got ads. Sorry, folks, if you've got adverts here. Hiya, Amanda. I don't know why nobody ever wants to buy any baby cardigans from me. Sheila does really well with hers. But not me, not moi. And I don't have any babies to knit for anymore. No babies. Sheila sells on eBay mostly. She does sell on Etsy now and again. But like me, she finds that Etsy takes far more commission off her. She gets more profit if she sells on eBay. I'll have to try and get myself known. I've got so much crochet in the shed. Untrue. I've got so much crochet that I need to sell. So I need to do something. So if I start bombarding everybody with pictures on Facebook and Instagram, you'll have to forgive me because I am determined to clear the shed of garments. I have so many from when I had the Etsy shop, which I closed. So, oh yeah, yeah. I started the one in Aaron that was like holes. Oh, the holes were so big. I didn't like it. Yeah. You're not popping anymore. Good. Yeah, that, I mean, the face of that picture's all right, but all that red, what's it meant to signify? Is he in a sea of poppies? What is it? Why have they done the background in red? Am I not with it? Am I missing something? Yeah, the filet crochet book, I started the pink cardigan that's in Aaron. It's in the middle of the book somewhere, but oh, it was so holy. Those holes were really big. You have to miss 2 stitches, and they were really big. You know, 1 stitch would have been plenty with a hole. You know, especially in Aaron. Missing 2 stitches was like a whopping hole. I thought, no. It's something to do with some King's Guard. I don't know. I just thought it was, as I said, the face was okay, but I don't understand why they painted him in a sea of red. I bet his face slipped when he had to unveil it. You know, is that really me? Is that how somebody sees me? Oh my God. Man, do you remember the one of the late Queen somebody painted once? It was awful, wasn't it? I mean, most of the portraits that were painted of the late Queen were quite nice, but the one particular one, it was really awful. And you're like, you know, is that the way he sees her? Poor Queen. But she looked at that and thought, oh, do I really look like that? No, I preferred the one that was painted. No, it wasn't Rolf Harris, no. Even he would have painted it better than the one I saw. You know, if he'd have painted it with in 5 minutes with a great big paintbrush. Hi, Dotty Dolly. No, you've not missed much. We're talking about that horrible picture of the king, that painting of the king, where he's got a red background and it doesn't look nice, yeah. Oh, God, that's a horrible munchkin. I hope not. No, we were talking about knitting different colours. We were talking about trying to sell baby things. I wish I was Sheila who could sell her baby things. What else have we been talking about? Not a lot, really. Oh, the market at Bury and the market at Fleetwood, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the face was okay on that painting, but the rest of it was horrible, wasn't it? All that red. No, not for me. Not that I'm a painter. You know, I'm sort of more like the Lowry school of painting. Or that lady, what was she called? Grandma Moses or something in America that painted matchstick people. That's about the limit of me. You know, they look like they're 2D or whatever. Well, I don't know who paid for it, but they got swizzled. If anybody paid for that. It's like that Tracy Emin, isn't it? That unmade bed thing, whatever that was all about. That wasn't art, was it? Yeah, I would have wanted a refund as well, Connie. I'm sure the king didn't pay for it. The only time anybody's ever painted my portrait was when my son was about 3 or 4. I think he painted a great big round thing. This is you, Mummy. That's about the only time I've ever had my portrait painted. This is you, Mummy. And I said, what am I doing? I had a stick in my hand. He said, you're doing the hoovering. Right, okay. But he did draw his dad laying down in bed. I had to explain to the teacher that his daddy was actually on nights, yeah. That he wasn't just lazing in bed all day, that his daddy was on nights and he was asleep all day. Otherwise, it looked like I'd married a right lazy bee, yeah. My cousin's little boy painted her in the garden on a bush, like leaning over a bush. And the teacher said, what's that? He said, oh, that's Mummy being sick after a party. Oh, dear. She said, I was pregnant at the time. And I was just being sick. But that's not how kids see it, is it? Oh, dear. Oh, what things do. Oh, when they used to do that Dear Diary, did your kids ever do it at school? Talk about Wing. Oh, God. You know, they find all the horrible bits during the day, don't they? Yeah, well, you're obviously a pastel colour lady, aren't you? Yeah, which I'm not, you see. I'm gritting my teeth knitting this. I really am. But if it sells, that's there's an awful lot of knitting going into this for what I will get for it, yeah. If it doesn't sell, I shall cry. Oh, you get G quotes, do you? Yeah. No, I used to get, the things they put in that diary at school. Oh my God. My mummy said this today, or my daddy said that today, and you're like, did I? Don't remember that. He kept telling everybody I was having a baby as well. I'm having a baby sister, he kept saying to her. And the teacher kept coming out to me saying, are you pregnant? She said, you must have been pregnant a long time. I said, no, I'm not pregnant. I said, I have been, but I didn't think he knew about it. Because I never told him when I was pregnant because I never got past the first 10 weeks. So it's not as if he ever knew. But he kept telling his teacher we were having a baby sister. Whether it was wishful thinking on his behalf, I don't know. But when I asked him if he wanted a baby brother or a sister, he always said, no, I want a dog. Yeah. You were growing orange testicle. Oh dear, where did he get it from, honestly? I think they live in a fantasy world, don't the kids? When they say things like that, yeah. We were talking the other day amongst ourselves about the things that kids had said, and what, like when they can't say a word. My son couldn't say, he used to say hippopotamus, he couldn't say hippopotamus. And he used to say it was an underbrella. And I used to say, no, it's an umbrella. No, it's an underbrella because you go underneath it. Yeah, underbrella. They have their own words, don't they? Yeah, my friend's little boy shouted out, "That man's got a..." And she said to him, "No, dear, that man has got a stick." I'll leave you to guess what he actually said, but it began with a D, yeah. She said, "No, dear, the boy is carrying a stick." I mean, they always do that, isn't it? Why is that man fat? Why has that lady got whiskers? You know, why has that man got a hole in his head? In other words, he was bald, yeah. And they say it in a loud voice when you're on the bus, don't they? That lady's a bit fat, isn't she? You know, you but she is, mummy. She's fat. Yes, I know she's fat. Just, you know. Mm. He wanted a virgin. I take it was a misunderstanding, yeah. I did keep them, but of course, when I moved, my son did not value anything of his that were little from when he was little, and they all got thrown out. What you kept all this junk for? Throw. So I had things, yeah. But he threw them all away. So I've got nothing left. Nothing left of mine, nothing left of his. I keep wondering what that noise is. It's that makes like a yeah, broadband. Well, at least he didn't know what it meant the other way. It could have been worse. Tra-la-la, la-la-la-la. Why do I think about the banana splits? Because my son absolutely loved the banana splits. We couldn't go anywhere on a Saturday morning because we would have missed the banana splits. Yeah, one banana, two banana. Right, what do I need? I need blue. I need blue. Blue. That's the only thing with this pattern. It's pretty, but there's such a lot of joining in. At least you don't get bored. It's not like knit 8 inches of stocking stitch, is it? You've got to... The only thing I'm finding difficulty with this hand, as I think I've mentioned on my video I made today, that I can't pick things up. I can't tie a knot. You know how you have to thread one through another to tie it? I cannot do it with this hand. I just don't have any feeling in it. I know, no sense, no feeling. I know. I know. You need a large coffee. I've got one. I've nearly drunk it, though. I've nearly drunk it. So what are you all doing? Am I the only one that's doing anything here? Am I the only one that's knitting? What's everybody else doing? I don't want you all sat here doing nothing. This is the crafting class. Teacher is in the desk here and is saying, what are you all knitting? Or crocheting? Or crafting? Or tatting? Or stitching? What are you all doing? Sean's doing squares. I'm doing a baby cardigan. Come on. What are the rest of you doing? Chris is probably cooking. Yeah. You just finished your jumper. Right, okay. We shall let you out. You're being gassed. At least it's not the dog. If you ever owned a French bulldog, oh boy, do they stink. They may be little, but they pass wind like nobody else. You're crocheting a baby blanket and you're making a crochet bag. You're unraveling a shawl. You're making a cardigan. A cardigan, yep. You didn't say a sweater, you said a cardigan, that's right. I will never understand why the Americans say a sweater for everything. How do you distinguish whether you're making a sweater with buttons, which is a cardigan, or whether you're making a sweater with a round neck, which is a sweater? How do you distinguish between them? Hi, Diane. How do you distinguish when you say, I'm making a sweater? And people say, does it have buttons or does it have a round neck? I've got a sore nose right at the end. I think I'm getting a pimple. I'm growing a new nose. A pimple on the end of my nose. It's going red. I can see it, but there's nothing there. It's just sore. A pullover has no buttons, right? Aha. Yeah, we call them a cardigan or a sweater or a jumper, whichever. You're making a cardigan to wear on your holidays, or you need one. You need a cardigan, definitely. Unless you are going to the West Indies, you would definitely need a cardigan for your holidays. Oh, you've got the filet crochet book as well. Another lady's got one. I'd have to look further up. Another lady's bought one. I started that pink cardigan, but I didn't like it. The holes were too big. I don't know why she misses 2 stitches to make the hole. You know, like Sheila calls it like a rosebud, doesn't she? She misses 2 stitches. And in Aran, 2 stitches is a big hole. So I did a bit of it. I did quite a bit of it. I thought, no, I don't like this. I don't like the big holes, yeah. The north end of Blackpool. If you're at the north end of the Blackpool, I think I'd make a chunky cardigan. The knitting clubs were fine. I went to one on a Tuesday this week. Yeah, I went to the library twice in 1 week. I'll be there again this Monday. You like the flying high batwing sweater, yeah? My friend likes the one that looks like Christmas trees. I just wish she wouldn't do 2 stitches for the holes. The big holes with 2 stitches. You know, she'd have missed one treble and done 1 chain. It would have been far neater. No, I just didn't like it. It was too holy. It was too... I liked the idea of like the rosebuds, the 3 holes, but just... I'd have to amend it, yeah. You've just had a bat fly by. I just watched Sheila's video. She had a usual, what does she call it, slideshow, yeah. Some nice things on there. People that send her pictures of what they've made. I sent some of mine in. Maybe I'll send her the picture of this one when I've done it. Bats to you as well, Shan. Bats and more bats, yeah. Right, now then, what colours am I on to next? Right. B and A. B and A. B is lilac again. I've just done lilac. Hang on, I think we've got a trouble in the camp here. I think I've used the wrong colour in the middle, but it doesn't really matter as long as I swap the colours around for the top bit here. Yeah, bats are all right to look at, but I don't think I want one close up. What have I done wrong here? Using B. Oh, it should have been yellow. Never mind. We shall use it again. Next row, using E, which is blue, and D, which is, oh gosh, let me have a look. Pink. Hang on, yeah. Yeah, blue and pink. I was wrong, right, before. Blue. It's either blue and pink or blue and green. Hang on, no, blue and pink. It would be blue. Oh, I didn't need to break the blue off. Never mind, Janet. Just get on with it. Bohemian Rainbow, yeah. I want to do some really jazzy cushion covers. But the dogs get their feet in them. I like anything bohemian, you know me. Bright colours, the better. Jewel colours are my things. I don't mean jewel as in two. I mean jewel as in, you know, pretty jewels, rubies. I like all the jewel colours. I like them all. Peacock greens, things like that. I like them all. I like them all. Bless them all, bless them all, bless them all. The long and the short and the tall. Right. Right. Yeah. So it's 14 in blue. I didn't need to have broken off. That was a one I didn't need to have broken off, but never mind, eh? Never mind. Yeah, I love watching these YouTube videos of like bohemian loft. They're always lofts that they have in New York or something. And they're always massive, huge things with huge, huge windows. Ooh. There's very rarely any bohemian in the UK. They always seem to be bohemian in New York. Oh, you had a boxing ad, did you? Oh, good. Sorry, I have no control over that. 2, 4, 6, 8. I watch anything to do with home decor, so long as it's not pastels. And somebody's idea of bohemian is pastel colours, and I'm like, no, that's not bohemian. Bohemian is not cream and beige. It's not bohemian. Oh, I'm getting me wool in a knot here. I like the way they find these fantastic rugs and everything, and they say, "Oh, I found it on Facebook Marketplace," and I'm thinking, huh? Facebook Marketplace over here doesn't have anything like that. You might find somebody's tatty old something or other, but you don't find wonderful Chinese tables and stuff. Yeah, I did. I sang Bless 'em all, the long and the short and the tall. You can tell I used to watch the old time music halls on the telly, can't you? My dear old aunties didn't have a telly, and they didn't listen to the radio much, and they used to sing a lot. Hence, I know the words to the old time music halls. You know, my ex-husband used to say, "How old are you? Are you sure you weren't born in the 1900s?" But my maiden aunts, which they used to call them in those days, it's much nicer than spinster, don't you think? A maiden aunt. They used to sing. So I was brought up on "My old man said, follow the van." So when we used to watch the old time music hall, I used to know all the words to everything. And my ex-husband used to say, "How old are you? How old are you?" Yeah, I don't know all the words to it, Dottie. Don't know all the words. Mr. Bean cartoon. Oh dear. My dad used to like Mrs. Mills. She used to be tinkling away there. Do I know the word as a breathless hush? No, I only know that one. There's a kind of hush all over the world. There's a kind of hush all over the world tonight, all over the world. There's the sound, something sound of people in love. That's the only one I know. I don't know a breathless hush. Yeah, that's the Carpenters, isn't it? There's a kind of hush all over the world. She had a lovely voice, didn't she? Karen Carpenter. You were referred to as a spinster. You were a maiden, not a spinster. I'm a divorcee, which sounds very racy, doesn't it? It isn't really. You'll get no promotion this side of the ocean. So cheer up, my lads, bless 'em all. Yeah, all the wartime songs, I knew them all. Wasn't even born during the war. I was born just at the end of the war, but I still knew all the songs. I can't be a maiden or a spinster anymore now. I was returned. I'm a divorcee, returned unwanted. Oh dear. I wished I'd have stayed a spinster. My life would have been so much different. I probably would have still got married, but to somebody else, yeah. Because my generation, we were young and daft, and we thought that being married was what we had to achieve, if you know what I mean. We had no ambition apart from getting married. Yeah, I was traded in for a younger model, yeah. Yeah, let's all go down the street. Have a banana. I'm Burlington Bertie. I rise at 5:30. and wander along like a toff. I walk down the strand with my gloves on my hand, then I walk back again with them off. I'm bird, bird, I haven't a shirt. I still got some photos of mine, sadly, Dottie, because he's on my wedding photographs and I can't bear to throw them away because my family are on them. Yeah. So it's just a question of I have to grit my teeth and go past the ones where he's on it. Still, never mind. I just draw the line at having him on the wall. No, I haven't thrown my wedding photos. I mean, they're part of history, aren't they? And my family are on, and most of my family are not here now. My brother's not here, and now there's my mum or my dad. So I don't want to throw my wedding photographs out of the, because they're on it. Oh, yeah, mine's not around. Mine's upstairs somewhere in the crawl space, yeah. As little as possible. I do have to see him now and again, but I don't want to. I try not to, let's just say. He's not on my people to visit list, let's just say. I don't see any of my exes. Well, he lives the other side of Manchester. Unfortunately, I don't have a car. But unfortunately, he does. Yeah. Yeah, daddy. You think, oh, I've done this when I do the front of the sleeves. Then you've got all that picking up to do because the bands are picked up sideways, which always takes me longer because you've got to make sure you have them even, don't you? I'm a bit sort of fussy. I need to put stitch markers, pick up the same number of. What have I got tonight? I have got a packet of crisps and some little crunchy things, yeah. That's what I've got for tonight. Are you playing 80s tunes? 80s was not my era, really. It was more my son's era because you're more his age, aren't you? Well, I think you're younger than him, actually. No, my tunes were all the 60s, 70s, really. That was my era. Not the 50s so much, although they were obviously playing. They were, more like my parents would play. Yeah, well, he does visit my son occasionally, Linda, so I'm kind of stuck. It's funny you having that surname. My friend's maiden name was Nagel. Yeah. Or is it her married name that's Nagel? Yeah, I think her married name's Nagel. Maybe you're related. Woohoo! Yeah, my son's 55, so he's like a child of the 80s, really. I'm 78, so I'm a child of the 60s. Yeah, well, kids, he's a teenager before his time, your son. He's going through the bratty teenage years a bit early. My son was into heavy metal. Oh my God. The neighbours didn't half used to complain. Because when they turn the bass up, all you can hear is boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I believe it is Irish, yeah. Maybe you're related to my friend. I shall ask her if she knows anybody by your name. No, some of the heavy metal, when they go a bit quieter, I don't mind. But not the head banging stuff. It's a bit too noisy and loud for me. Oh, look at that. My nose is going. I'm going to get a pimple. I'm going to get another nose on the end of my nose. I can tell. I better put some, what do we call it on it? Antiseptic on it tonight before I go to bed. Yeah, I don't mind some Guns N' Roses and some Def Leppard, yeah. Don't mind some of it. Don't like all of it. Is that not metal? Well, I don't know what Def Leppard is. That's the only one I used to like. I like Disturbed, The Sound of Silence, but I don't like the rest of it. It's hard rock, is it? Well, I wouldn't know, you see. My son used to be in heavy metal, or it sounded like heavy metal, and it was bouncing off the ceiling. I was more into Motown and stuff like that. Oh, I don't want it to come to a head. I want it to fade away. I don't know whether I don't know what he used to listen to. All I used to know it was boom, boom, bang, bang, bang. Yeah. He used to turn the bass up so loud, it used to rattle. I used to have a fluorescent light tube in my dining room, and it used to be going bzzz, bzzz, with the noise. No, I was more into either reggae or Motown or Diana Ross, people like that. I used to be into them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2 more rows. Don't forget, I was like the Tommy Steele, Marty Wilde era of people. Joe Brown, people like that. The 6-5 special coming down the line. That's how old I am. Then I had a period where I was into folk music. I used to go to the folk club. In fact, that's how I met my ex-husband, in a folk club. Just think if I hadn't gone that night. If I hadn't gone that night, I would never have met him. Well, the little white bull. Radio 2 folk music. Oh, I don't know. I never listened to much radio. We used to have the radio on when I was in the shop, but that was many, many years ago. We used to have Radio 1 on. But if you ask me who's in the charts nowadays, I wouldn't even know any of them. You know, I'll say to my son sometimes, "Who's that?" You know, when he said such a thing, and I said, who the heck's that? I mean, he had a spate of doing security at one of the theatres in Manchester. And he'd be saying, oh, such a body's on tonight. And I used to be saying, who's that? Who's that? Or he'd say, I was talking to so-and-so tonight while waiting for him to go on. And I'm like, who's that? I didn't know who they were. No clue. And as for these rap artists, I mean, it's all... I've no idea. No idea who they are. Not a clue. I just never think to put the radio on. I just don't. I've heard of Eminem. Yeah, I did hear of him. Only because of one song he did, didn't he? Oh, boobies. Right, I'm up to shaping. Let me read. I'm looking very studious now. I've got to read what I've got to do for the neck hole. Right, that's the neck hole on that one. Right, I've got to cast off, I presume. Cast off 2 stitches. Whatever. They all, when they all say the same word over and over and over again, and it's supposed to be, you know, and I'm like, what is that compared with music? I'd like to know. I mean, we can all remember songs from whenever, 40s, 50s, 60s. I can't really think that anybody will be singing songs from now in about 20 years' time. You know, they won't be nostalgically singing songs from this, you know, this lot. Right, I've got to cast off 2 stitches. That is just silly, Janet. What are you doing? Huh? 1, 2. Why did I have 3? No, definitely 2. Hey, I don't know what I'm doing here. I definitely went off piste. I wasn't following the pattern. So now I'm having to try and copy what I did on the other front, on the other side, because I obviously didn't follow the pattern. You know, it's all right, but if you leave like a lot of months in between doing one front and doing the other, you never know what you're doing. Oh, welcome to the club. I never know what the heck I'm doing. I think my theme song is "It's a mystery, it's a mystery. Whatever I'm doing, it's a mystery. Yeah, the Candyman can." Well, I've nearly finished the front anyway. Nearly finished the front. Then I've got 2 sleeves. 2 sleeves to make 2 sleeves. Right, what am I supposed to be doing here? Decrease every row. Why can I not read? Why can you not read without your glasses on, Janet? Until 17 stitches remain. Right, okay. Okie dokie. We can do it. We can be and cute it. My friend's going to IKEA or IKEA. Have you seen that advert for that Chinese thing on the telly? Tamu. Huh? I thought, what? It's like IKEA, isn't it? We call it IKEA. But Tamu? I thought, who the heck's Tamu? So now we've got to say that differently, have we? Not that I shall be ordering from them, but we've got to say that one differently now, haven't we? I still say IKEA, as does everybody else. I cannot call it IKEA. Sorry, mate, but it's not IKEA, it's IKEA to me. Oh. Yeah, exactly. But if you watch the advert on telly, it's Tamu. Oh, they change everything. These adverts. At least they can't do much with Asda, can they? Right, she said. Right, said Fred, both of us together. On each end and steady as we go. Yeah, it's Lidl, isn't it, or something? Well, I suppose it, whatever country you come from, you say it differently, don't you? Yeah, Lidl, yeah. I've heard somebody call it Lidl. I thought, nah, Lidl. We're English and we're proud of it. We'll say Lidl. You say Lidl and I say Lidl. You say Tamu and I'll say Timu. And I'll say IKEA, you say IKEA. Let's not bother at all. Yeah. I get nowhere. Let's have a cup of tea. Yeah. Got my twinges taking off the hinges. I like watching those old programs about the adverts on the tellies. You know, the milk tray one and everything like that. You never get away with it now, would you? A man coming in your bedroom dripping wet through just to leave you a box of chocolates. You know, help, scream, rape. Just because the lady loves milk tray. Oh, yeah, the Nescafe. That went on for ages, didn't it, that Nescafe advert? What was she called? Sharon Morn, I think. I can't remember who the bloke was. The flake, only the flakiest, crunchiest chocolate. Well, it's like when they used to use classical music and nobody could ever think of the classical music the same, could they? Like the air and a G string used to be for Hamlet cigars, didn't it? Or cigarillos. And nobody ever could sort of think of the, the music as it was. All you could think of was the advert for Hamlet. I used to get part of that. I'd fall asleep, watching something on the telly, and it used to change over to that Channel X at midnight, yeah. And I'd wake up and see part of it, think, what on earth? And then it used to go, if you want to watch any more, you have to subscribe. And I used to think, no, thank you, I'm going to bed. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can't have any of those adverts anymore now, can you? Oh, the misheard lyrics, yeah. You got to strangle the vicar or something, wasn't it? Yeah. But once you've heard him sing them like that, you can't hear them the same again, can you? What have I getting adverts on? I'm sorry about that. They stick adverts on here. I wouldn't mind if I got paid. I barely get paid anything. Yeah, just let me staple the vicar, yeah. You can't hear them. That's all you can hear now when you hear the song, can you? I couldn't get that. My baby has no money. He's got his. And it finished up, it was strong beliefs. But I kept thinking, what's a trampoline? Kept thinking, trampoline? What? I didn't realise it said strong beliefs until I Googled it. But you cannot get strong beliefs out of that, can you? That's for sure. My baby has no money. He's got his strong beliefs. Can you understand what half of these young uns say these days? What have I done now? Oh, the scissors went flying into the bag. We're back to the mumble, aren't we? Pronunciation. Or is it enunciation, isn't it? They don't have it anymore. You got a song stuck in your head. Oh, Munchkin, I've not heard that one. Oh dear. We've all got our misheard ones. Yeah, I was talking to my cousin the other day, and his daughter is into this sort of music thing. And she can tell when they've used, those machines that make people who sing off key sing in key. And they use that. A lot of these groups use it so that they're actually in tune. But if they had to sing live, they couldn't, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Because they're like a synthesizer thing, aren't they? That make them sing in tune. If you sang a song into this thing and you were really off key, it would come out the other side okay. And she was saying that half the songs that are in the charts are all done with this sort of synthesizer thing, whatever it is. When they sing live, they're dreadful, aren't they? Or they mime, yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, I've got the right number. I used to like Herman's Hermits. I like all that bubblegummy type of music, yeah. Right, said Fred, yeah. I used to like Bernard Cribbins. He come from my hometown. Oh, that's in your head now, is it? Yeah. There I was, digging his hole. I used to like that when Father painted the parlour. You couldn't see half a paste. Dabbing it here, dabbing it there. Paste and powder everywhere. Mother was stuck to the ceiling. The kids were stuck to the floor. You've never seen such a blooming family so stuck up before. Da 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 da. Who was that one who used to sing and she sounded like a baby? Nathan knows who I mean. He used to like her and I used to say, she sounds like she's trying to imitate a baby when she's singing. I've not heard her around ever since. Obviously, she was a flash in the pan. Nathan would know who I mean. He used to think she was good and I said, she sounds like she's mimicking a baby. I didn't like her. They don't make songs like they used to, like my dad used to say that. Who are these? They're awful. They can't sing. Who are they? I used to say to my dad, just because they're not Bing Crosby and Frank Sinatra. Is it Macy Gray? Oh, God. I thought it was only Eartha Kitt that used to sing that. I'm just an old-fashioned girl with an old-fashioned mind. Doodly-doo. I watched the Footage Detectives and they were playing some songs by Eartha Kitt the other day. You know, when she was really young, yeah. Yeah, an old-fashioned millionaire. I like the old-fashioned flowers. Violets all for me. Have them made in diamonds by the man at Tiffany. Oh, yeah, don't jump off the roof, Dad. You'll make a hole in the yard. Can't do that now anymore. That wouldn't be very PC anymore, would it? Hey, I've cast it off for my front. I've got a back and two fronts done now. Now to start the sleeves. Yeah. Where do they keep their armies? Up their sleeves. Yeah. Yeah, the Footage Detectives is on tomorrow. So I'm talking pictures at 5 o'clock. I love that programme. They talk about old-fashioned chocolate bars and old-fashioned films and all things like that. Done it. Done another front. I've done a front. There we go. Little front. Now you want chocolate, do you, Chris? Right, okay. I'm onto the sleeve now. I've done the back and the two fronts now. The back was the worst bit, like I said. All those little squares. Oh gosh, I didn't realise there was two greens, one on top of each other. But I did it to the pattern. I hadn't noticed that before. Still, I'm sure somebody else. I'm sure that's wrong. Sure, I shouldn't have done 2 greens, one on top of the other. But never mind. I'm sure they won't notice, anybody who's buying it. Hopefully buying it. One never knows. Right. Why have I got left sleeve and right sleeve? Oh, because they're different colours, obviously. Obviously. Yeah, they're different colours. Right. Oh, God, what's wrong with my eyeballs today? I can't see. Maybe I should have my crisps. Right sleeve. Workers for left sleeve. Right sleeve. Cast on 31 stitches. Working garter stitch. Why do you do garter stitch when all the rest of it is in rib? Better do as the pattern says. 31 stitches and working garter stitch for 8 rows. Can you remember that? Because I'm going to have my crisps. Oh. Oh. I've got hand-cut lightly sea salted crisps by Marks and Spencer's. Garter times 8, yeah, with 31 stitches, yeah. Yeah, I didn't realise I got 2 greens, one on top of the other for the back. I must have done something wrong there, but I am not pulling it back. It is staying as it is, wrong or no. They're very noisy crisps, I do apologise. You just bit my lip. I'm sure you wanted to hear that, didn't you? They are so noisy. They are definitely very crunchy. Maybe I should suck them. Name oatcake. Yeah, name. I got some rice cakes the other day. My God, it's like eating polystyrene. I don't eat nuts. I'm not allergic to them, I just don't eat them. I don't know why I don't like their taste. Well, at least they're not what's it, so you have orange fingers, are they? Hi, Lydia. I'm making a noise, Lydia. I'm crunching my crisps. And I think it's cheesy Wotsits, is it, that make your fingers all orange. Oh dear, you just had food poisoning. I won't ask you what you've eaten then. Yeah, you can never eat Wotsits surreptitiously, can you? I won't ask you what you've eaten. But whatever it was, don't eat it again. Ginger ale. I've not had ginger ale for a long time. My dad used to get ginger ale because he used to like whiskey. He wasn't a big drinker, my dad, but he liked to finish the evening off with only a tiny bit of whiskey with lemon, with dry ginger. Yeah, he only had the one. Not every night. But that was his drink. Drop of whiskey with some, it probably was Canada Dry actually, yeah. I used to like a can of ginger. It was Jamaican, I think. I hope you don't put the bananas, rice and applesauce on the toast. Ginger cookies. I never had morning sickness when I was having my son. But I used to have it before, when I got home from work, before I could make tea. I had to lie down for half an hour. My ex-husband used to say that was me putting it on because I didn't want to cook the tea. But that was the time I used to feel nauseous. If I laid down flat on the sofa for half an hour, I was all right. Then I could go and cook the tea. But I never felt sick in the morning or anything like that. The only thing that happened to me was I went off tea. Couldn't drink tea. Couldn't stand the smell of tea. What are they having in South Devon? Thunderstorms? Flooding? What now? Oh, yeah. It's not just in Devon, though. It's like the sea here. The sea's contaminated here. You're not supposed to get... I mean, the kids were all in it on the other day when it was sunny. All the kids were in it paddling. And I'm like, oh, please. It's all contaminated, all the water. They used to call it dysentery. We had it once when we went to Portugal. We knew it was bad because the locals, the Portuguese, were being sick. We came back with it. They didn't say what it was. They just said it was a stomach upset. My late brother. What's contaminated our sea? Sewage. They released a load of sewage into the sea. They blamed all the rain, making it overflow. Apparently, they're allowed to do it every now and again if it overflows. So there was big signs everywhere saying, "Don't let your dogs go in the sea or your kids." I went past the other day and all the kids were paddling and playing in the sea, and I'm like, "Oh, please no." But you see, they're strangers; they don't know. The water here tastes vile. My son said it's okay, but it tastes of chlorine to me. I'm not used to it. I was used to Manchester water, which was quite nice. Anyway, I watch what she called Crochet Rocks. When she makes tea, it all around the cup. She always says, "Look at that, all scum all around the cup." Yeah, it tastes like bleach here. Bleach, chlorine, fluoride, whatever. It just tastes horrible. My son said it's me. I'm imagining it, but I'm not. It tastes vile. It's filtered, yeah. You can't. It's all. We can't drink tap water. Oh God, my nose is going worse. Isn't it? Can you see it? I'm going another nose. I'm definitely growing another nose. It's a beggar when we can't drink it from there. Yeah, they say I'm imagining it tastes awful. It does. It tastes horrible. You can taste bleach, can't you? You can taste whatever. Chlorine, bleach. It's like drinking the swimming baths. There. What shall I have now? Shall I have one of my Crispies? I've got honeycomb, milk chocolate honeycomb. Oh, you can definitely taste it, yeah. I mean, they say your taste buds dull as you get older. So I don't know what it must taste like to young people then. Because if my taste buds are old, elderly and dull, then, oh, that's a funny shaped piece. Yeah, you can smell it in the water, can't you? If you run tap water and sniff it, oh, you can definitely taste it. They say it's for our own health, isn't it? So we don't get cavities in our teeth. Well, we can't get a dentist anyway, so it makes no difference, does it? I've got a broken tooth, but I can't afford 100 and odd quid. If I go, they'll say it needs a root canal filling, and I'm saying, don't just take it out. I am not paying hundreds of pounds for a root canal filling. So no doubt when I go, I'll lose another tooth. Yeah. Yeah, it's about 100 and something pounds for a filling, just a normal filling. I'll just tell her to take it out. I think they wanted about £500 for a root canal filling. They still have to be taken out because it's broken. I ate a crunchy mint sweet and it cracked my tooth. Must have been cracked anyway. It cracked my tooth in half. No, it was about they wanted £500 for a root canal. I said, don't bother, take it out. How much is it to take it out? They said £30 for the consultation and £75 to take it out. I said, right, take it out. I've had 3 root canal fillings in my life and they've all fallen out. Well, you see, they charge you because of your insurance, don't they? You've had 17 root canal fillings. Oh my God. I've had 3 and they've all fallen out. Hi, Val. I just said take it out. I'm not paying. Well, I'm 78 and I ain't paying for no root canal fillings at my time of life. I probably finish up sucking baby food. Yeah, well, I'm too old to be messing about with root canal. We'll be a nation of people with really rotten teeth. Because who can afford? Only the very, very rich can afford to have nice teeth now. It's no wonder people go to Turkey. Not that I would. Oh, it's you, Mimi. All right. I thought I wondered who I was talking to. I thought, hello, who's IMH? It's Mimi. NHS treatment is non-existent here. Non-existent. It's very crunchy. I probably need more fillings when I finished eating these. I mean, where I live is quite a poor area. Well, in certain parts it's a poor area. So the poor parts of our, town would, they'll all have bad teeth. We used to have a good healthcare system. It's gone to pot now. There's too much demand. But you can't say too much, otherwise you get accused of being, whatever. You say anything, not allowed to say it. I didn't ring her today. I forgot. I was doing something else, and then when I looked up, I thought, oh, it's a bit late now. She'll be feeding the dogs and having a tea. Maybe I'll ring her tomorrow. I was going to ring her this afternoon. I need to put these sweets down. I'm eating too many. Yeah, there's too many people. Too many people using the system who haven't paid into it. Yeah, the big cheeses are being paid mega bucks, aren't they? But you've only got to try and need accident and emergency. If you need accident and emergency, God help you. You can be all day on a trolley in the corridor. Have you noticed no doggies today? We're babysitting tonight. They're over in Manchester, babysitting the two youngest ones. No, not the two youngest ones. The boy is the youngest one. Two little girls. Oh, it was 6:15 the other day. Trixie was hitting me in the face with the deer's leg that they got for them. Big deer leg. So she was hitting me in the face and scrabbling at 6:15. That's why I wasn't amused. I don't do early in the morning. I'm a grouchy old bitch at that time of the morning, and I admit it. I do not like sunrise. I like to slowly come to. I like the alarm to go off at 8 o'clock, and then I slowly come to. And then I get up about 8:30 or 9 o'clock. I do not like 6:15. It is not on my schedule. How far is Manchester? It's about, 40 miles, something like that. Oh, I don't like being woken up. When I had Buster, he woke up at a civilized hour, unless he had. Oh, not our roads. We don't have roads like you have in America. 40 miles is a cock stride to you. 40 miles is a long way for us. You know, people travel 100 miles for a yarn store in America because you've all got straight roads. We have little roads that go like that. Admittedly, it's motorways, but our motorways are not like your motorways. Well, nowhere's that far away. In the UK, is it? Let's face it. We're not that big. You could probably fit the whole of the UK in Texas. We are not that big. But our roads are not like roads in America where you can get on them. GPS systems work. Yeah, we have GPS that sends you down side streets, up one-way roads. Yeah, they're never very good. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 22, 20. That's why we get big lorries stuck down little side streets and go stuck under bridges, because the GPS takes them that way. Oh, you can be stuck on a motorway for an hour. That's nothing new. That's quite normal. You have an accident over here and you just... And the one in London, was it the M25? You can be stuck on there for 3 hours, yeah. You know, you just turn your engine off and go for a walk if you get stuck on the M25. The one outside of London. How many rows have I got to do? Is it 8? 8 rows, yeah. Where are you now, my love? It tickles me, though, with those talking things, you know, with the GPSs or something. And they say things like, you know, you are going to Slaithwaite. No, Slowit. Or you are going to Salford. Where the heck is Salford? It's Salford. You know, they pronounce it wrong. Oh, no, we call it a diversion, not a detour. Somebody's dog's barking. No, a detour means we're going out of our way to go to find something. That's a detour to us. A diversion is when they shut the road off and they put an arrow telling you to go somewhere else. Oh, God, if you get in the wrong lane on a roundabout here. You'd either get into a crash because you're trying to get into the right lane because you've got into the wrong lane by mistake, or you go round and round and round and round. And if you go to Birmingham, they've got a place called the Spaghetti Junction, which, oh, even the locals get lost. Because if you get on the wrong, it's one of those where, oh, it is Spaghetti Junction, yeah. Hi, Helen. I get the collywobbles watching anybody driving in America. Oh, my God. I would never know what lane I was in. You've got 8 lanes. God help me if you're in the wrong one. You need to know where you're going, don't you? If you're in the wrong one, you could be miles out of your way. No, I never fathomed roundabouts out. I'm just, glad I don't drive anymore. My friend was funny with a paper map. She used to turn it upside down. If she was going that way, she couldn't read it. She had to turn it upside down to the way she was going. She couldn't read it otherwise. I've never had a GPS because I've not driven since I was 63. So I've not driven. So there was no such thing as GPS things. When I was driving, it was all paper maps and everything forward and trust in the Lord, you know what I mean? But when I passed my test, they didn't do motorways. When I passed my test. Hi, Jill. How are you? Yeah, there wasn't that many. Motorways weren't as advanced as they are now. When I was past my test, we didn't even do. You're eating frozen pizza. I hope you've thawed it out. You're not chomping your way through it, are you? Frozen. I know I once did a video when I lived in Manchester, going up the road on my little scooter, which I could film in those days. And somebody was saying, "Oh my God, you terrify me. You're going the wrong way." Because you're used to driving on the other side of the road, yeah. You're driving on the wrong side of the road. And I'm like, no, this is the way we drive, yeah. Gosh, last night we had loads and loads of fireworks. Apparently it was somebody's send-off, from a funeral, somebody's granny. I can understand they wanted fireworks, but they went off 3 times. 12:15 at night was the last lot. It's a bit much when you've got babies and dogs and things. Apparently her nan wanted a big send-off, so she wanted fireworks. Next door's doggies are barking. At least it's not ours today. Oh, I don't like walking on country walks where there's no pavement. I don't even like scooting on the main road. I'm legally entitled to go on the road, but oh, the abuse I get if I go on the road with my scooter. The ambulance execution, oh gosh. I don't think we celebrate that. Now, my Facebook notifications just tell me people's birthdays and things, yeah. Or memories, my memories. You get to transition off the boot, yeah. When you say boot, I think of like, well, you call them a trunk, you know. I was thinking, what's she doing in the car boot? We don't often get the boot things over here. We just get plaster casts. It's not often we get a posh boot, a walking boot or anything. First time I saw one was a guy who'd broken his leg in skiing. And he came back with one of those on, and I thought, oh, what the heck's that? Because in the UK, if you break your leg or anything, you get a plaster cast. If you watch Ali, Little Drops of Wonderful, she's been reading about the wives of Henry VIII on her talking book podcast thingy she listens to. I don't have any headphones, so I wouldn't be any good joining one of those talking books. I start listening to them on YouTube and then I fall asleep halfway through. I don't think I've ever listened to a story all the way through. I think I've fallen asleep long before I got to the end of it. You're going to have your trunk transitioned away. What, the junk in the trunk, you mean? Guess who didn't get her injections again? She said, I'm very sorry, the lady at the pharmacy. It's all these people getting them for weight loss. I said, well, I hope they get the same stomach issues that I do. I blame Oprah Winfrey and people like that. I hope they all get stomach issues. And I can have it back for my diabetes. I said, I do hope, I said, that you're not giving them from this pharmacy to anybody who is just doing it for weight loss. And I'm not getting it. Yeah, every time I have a break and I have to restart it, then I'm sick again. Well, it wouldn't surprise me. As I say, when they use it for weight loss and they don't need it for anything else, it does cause, it's linked to pancreatitis as well and all other kinds of things if they're using it for the wrong reasons. It's only meant to be for the mega obese anyway. It's not meant for people who want to drop a couple of dress sizes. If she did use it, maybe that's why all her dresses and her trousers are trailing on the floor. She can't afford a dressmaker to turn them all up. Tell you. Designer dresses trailing on the floor and in the wet grass and dragging on the floor. They'd be worth nothing when they're done. She probably throws them away now, or get some for free. It annoys me. It annoys me. Right, I've done my 8 rows of garter stitch. Hailing Island? No, I've not been. Hi, Lisa. Oh, they rile me up. I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered reading about them, listening to them. I wish they would leave them all alone. Stop giving them publicity, because that's what they crave, innit? If they want to be left alone, then leave them alone. Stop reporting on everything they do and they say. Yeah, I finished the knit sweater. I finished it. Yeah, I'm doing a baby thing at the minute. She looks like a bag of rags in them anyway, don't she? If I was a designer, I wouldn't want to wearing my outfits. I'd be thinking, oh God, no, she's not doing me any favours. Well, he is stupid, isn't he? Let's face it. What, are you married? You'd have to be stupid to marry that. Right, what colour am I supposed to be doing next now? Change to 4mm needles. Proceed as follows. Using C. Work 12 rows of stocking stitch, increasing at the 5th and every following 4th row. Right. What's number C? Yellow. Oh dear. I don't know. By God. Right, I've got to do 12 rows, increasing of the 5th and the following 4th row. Right, okay. I think I know what I'm doing. I think I know what I am doing. Yeah, my hand hurts. Well, you know, the one that's been operated on when I do too much, yeah. Can you see the pattern? What, for what I'm doing now, you mean? I'm doing mine in pastel colours, but the pattern's in dark colours, which I prefer. But everybody else seems to like that one there. That's what I'm doing now. And I discovered I made a mistake on the back, but I'm not unpulling it, because the back has got two. It's got two lots of green, one on top of the other. So obviously I made a boo-boo with the colours there somewhere. But never mind, I ain't pulling it back undone. It will have to be like it is. I didn't realise until tonight when I held it up. And then I realised I'd made a mistake. You've stolen your bed, so you've nicked his chocolate. Fair exchange, fair exchange. I don't like these colours. I've done it before several times, yeah, but mostly in dark colours. I don't like pastel colours. Everybody else likes it, Yolanda. Everybody else thinks, oh, it's lovely, it's pretty, pretty. I think, yuck. You know me and pastel colours. I'm just hoping that it sells. I'm making no profit on it because it's taking me that long to knit it with all the colour swatches and the colour changes. And you think I'll get nothing for it, so... I'm not Sheila. I can't turn them out quick. I'm a slow knitter. No, I've only got, I've got this and those crocheted squares that's been going on forever and a day, and that's all I've got. I don't like too many whips because I never finish anything if I do. You know, these people who've got like about 12 different whips in different bags, I could not do that. It's just the way I'm. Some people like the change. Some people like flitting from one thing to another. I don't. Once they go in a bag, I might as well just unravel them. Once they go into a bag, they get forgotten. That's it. I'm not one that opens bags thinking, oh, I'll do 4 rows on this today. I'll do 4 rows on that today. No. If I don't do it from start to finish, it doesn't get done at all. I usually have a knitting and a crocheting on the go at any one given time. No, I mean, some people do. It's just the way I'm built. I've just never been built that way to have different things on the go. I would just get frustrated because nothing would get finished. I like to start on something and see it finished. I don't like to start on something and start on something else and start on something else. And then 6 months down the line, I finally finish one thing. Yeah, because you forget what you're up to. Well, I do anyway. Oh, you have ADHD? No, I don't. I don't have ADHD. Well, not. If I have, it's been a long time coming out. I'm a bit of a butterfly with lots of other things, but funnily enough, not with my crocheting. Oh my God. You wouldn't get me doing one blanket. That's one thing I don't like. Baby blanket, maybe, but a big blanket, no. No. Working a half hour just on one row, no. Soul destroying, no. I've done baby blankets, but that's about it. It's not a cardigan, it's a shawl. It's just a triangular shawl I'm wearing at the moment. It's a triangular shawl. I've just got it draped over my shoulders because I was cold. Oh, I've had it years, years and years. It's actually done in Fildar. When I had the shop, it's done in Fildar, yeah. You can smell its wool. Even though it's been washed many times, it still smells the wool. Yeah, it was Fildar. Gosh, that's many years since I stopped Fildar. Must be 30 years. I've still got all my books, all my Fildar books, because somebody wanted to buy one off me. I said, no, no way. I am not selling any of my Fildar books. They are vintage works of art, the Fildar books. No, Phildar. I don't know whether they still do it, actually. It was French. You still see the books propping up every now and again on Etsy or eBay. But I won't sell mine. Yeah, that's the right Fildar, yeah. I don't know whether it's still in existence, actually. But it was a French yarn. But they tried to make inroads into the British market. They did for a while. And then there was another firm called Chatbot. That was another French one. And then there was Three Suisses. That's another French one. They tried to make inroads into. But now the only one that's foreign that comes over here is that, what do you call it one? Oh, God, what's it called? The one that does all the free patterns. I've had a lot of it. I'm not keen. Oh, what are they called? Drops, that's the one. I'm not keen on their cotton. It was mostly their cotton I bought. It splits. When you try to crochet it, it splits like mad. I like Hobby, or Hobie, whatever it's called, or Hobium. Their cotton was lovely. Still got a lot of it in the shed, which I will not get rid of, because I bought it all at bargain prices. I've got their organic cotton and all sorts of things in the shed. I will use that up if it kills me. There is definitely no way that is going on eBay for half price. No, the drops cotton, I'm not keen at all. I don't know what the wool's like, but the cotton is awful. Oh, I'm not used to super wool. I can't wear wool next to my skin. It makes me itch. So I very, very rarely buy anything wool unless it's for socks. That navy blue cardigan I've just finished, it was in merino and that. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to wear it. Oh, guess who forgot to increase? Guess who forgot to increase on row 5? You silly, silly sausage. I'll have to increase now. I'm not pulling it back. Well, the knitted sweater I've just done, I've got a friend wants me to make her one in white and turquoise. I'm not too bothered because she's only very slender. And it was in chunky, so it's not like she's asking me to do something really bad. So I'll just finish this off and then I'll have to message her with the colour of turquoise that she wants for the contrast. And also her exact measurements. Telling me she's size 8 means nothing to me. Yeah, pink one, yeah. That was another one that's French, I think. I just can't. People say, oh, well, you can wear merino. Or, oh, you can wear cashmere. No. My mum bought me a cashmere sweater and I could not. I went out in it and I felt like ripping it off even though I only had my bra on underneath. It drove me potty. And yet everybody's like, oh, you can wear cashmere if you can't wear wool. No, I can't wear cashmere. No. It's like little ants. Hi, Miss EEB. With wool, I feel like little ants. Yeah, I did use the hand dyed. I knitted it along with the merino, and I made that granny square or granny stitch cardigan with it all. I don't know when I'm going to be able to wear it, but we shall try. Yeah, I cannot wear cashmere, anything like that. People say, oh, yeah, you're fine, you'll be great. Different short hairs, it's different this, it's different. No, I've just come out in a rash and I itch. I look like I've been scalded when I put anything on that's wool. I even bought a hat one time, and when it arrived, it was wool. And I put it on and I could not bear it. Even on my head, I couldn't bear it. I gave it away to a friend. I have knitted socks. In fact, I've got about 6 pairs in a drawer that I've knitted that I never wear. So I don't knit them anymore because I don't wear them. And I'm certainly not knitting socks for anybody else. Yeah, I've got neuropathy in my feet. Why don't I wear them? Because I don't like the feeling of the hand, the ridges. You know the ridges like that? I can't bear them under my feet. When I wear them, I have to wear them with that side to my feet. I have to wear them inside out. I can't do with the garter bumps now. I feel every one of them under my feet. Maybe I've just got sensitive feet. I don't know. And also I wear holes in them. I don't know how people can have loads and loads of socks. And then you've got to hand wash things, haven't you? Because if you machine wash them, they shrivel up. All this hand-dyed stuff. So I'm sorry, but I'm not paying £20 for a pair of hand-knitted socks. And you're certainly not knitting them for anybody else, because who would want to pay any money? I don't like the ridges at the top with socks either. You know, when they go tight. I would have to get those ones for diabetics, you know, that don't have the tight elastic round. The ones that don't have a rib at the top, and then they fall down. Well, I thought that as well. I thought neuropathy means you've got no feeling in your feet. It means you can't feel things like the curbs. You trip over things that aren't there. But having said that, they are still super sensitive to anything like a little bump in your shoe. You know, if you have a tiny little stone or anything in your shoe, it feels mega to me. No, it's not the seaming, it's the elastic around the leg, the ankle. I've not got fat ankles anymore, but I used to have water retention, so I could never wear socks because of that. Because they used to dig right in the ankles. But I just don't like the feeling of socks, that's all. I'm a weirdo. It has to be really cold before I put a pair of socks on. And even then I know they're there. And I can't wait to take them off as soon as I come in the house. 2, 4, 6, 8. You remember Kelly? Kelly was allergic to the elastic, you know, around her waist. Oh, hi, Shad. It's just big glass beads today. Big orange glass beads. Big clunking things. She was allergic to anything with elastic around her waist. Used to bring her out in a rash. We've all got our weirdos, haven't we? Our weird things. Have you been fishing, Shad? The only thing I don't like is I don't like labels in the back of sweaters and t-shirts. Especially if they sew them in with that invisible thread that's like nylon and it prickles you. My son was the same. I used to have to take the labels out of everything. I couldn't abide the labels in the back of his T-shirts. Have you been fishing, Shad, or are you going fishing? Oh, a weird advert, a petition for same-sex. Really? Oh, God. I don't have any control over the advert. Sorry about that, Dottie. I wouldn't mind if they paid me for putting adverts on videos. It's too hot and too rainy. Right, so I've done my 12 rows. What have I got to do next? Right, what have I got to do? Right, it's 2 rows of cream. Oh gosh, Janet, put your glasses on. 2 rows. And then it's E, which is blue. Oh. Mm-hmm. I did remember to increase a second time, but it wasn't on the right row. But I did remember. And now I've got to increase. What does it say here? Using F-knit 2 rows. Increase 1 stitch at each end of the first row. Right. We can do that. We can do that. Oh, you're off now, Yolanda. Good night. Oh, you're off as well. Are you doing your packing for your hollybobs? Good night. I will speak to you, no doubt. I don't know when you're going on your holidays, but I don't think it's tomorrow. I shall probably speak to you before you go. Hey ho, what time is? Oh, doing well. 11:30. And I haven't fallen asleep yet. I'm doing well tonight. Doing well tonight. And I'm still knitting. I'm doing well. I'm on the first sleeve now. Maybe it will get finished this weekend. Maybe it won't. I think I said it was going to be blue next, didn't I? I think I said blue. You're still unpicking your chunky. Right, let me see. Make 2 rows. Oh God, put your glasses on, Janet. Put your glasses on, girl. Right. Using C, which was yellow, yeah. Knit 2 rows, increasing each end of the first row. Using E, which is blue, yeah. Knit 2 rows, increasing at the end. I don't knit that again. And then I knit F. It's a nightmare, this, taking this to knit club, because of all the stitch in all the different colours. That's why I didn't take it to knit club with me. I like to take things in one colour. Otherwise, you're spreading out all over the table and annoying everybody. Oh, I'm having trouble tying knots. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't undo it. I've just realised I made a mistake with one of the colours. On this, I've got 2 green ones one on top of the other. I'm not undoing it. Oh, they're always trying to cut back on things, don't they? Yeah, I've just finished a cardigan I made for myself. It needs blocking, that's why I've not shown it anybody. I'll probably put it on my next video, when I make my next video. Yeah, I'm sure if you do a bit of cosmetic darning, as I call it, sure nobody will notice it, only you. Just so long as you remember you're a stitch short. When you come to do anything. I'm starting to yawn now. I can tell it's getting nearer that time. Nearer the what you know. I've not heard back from Trev. I sent him a message the other day and he said he was ill. And he'd get back to me when he felt better. But I haven't heard from him, so I hope he's not one of the ones who's got that bug thing from the water. I hope he's not one of the ones that's suffering with that. Well, if it's just for yourself, you won't notice it, will you? It's not like somebody's going to scrutinise your feet. Ooh, Lydia, you've made a mistake there. Oh, Nathan always watches Eurovision. Yeah, Nathan's always glued to the Eurovision. I don't watch it. My friend is as well. She watches it every year without fail. I can't be bothered. I'm not interested in it. It's not that good anymore. I used to enjoy it back in the whenever, yeah, when it first used to come on, when they could sing and they had tunes. But now it's just who can wear the least outfits, who can sing the sexiest songs and stuff like that. I think, nah. No, I'd rather watch something else. Well, it's a bit weird, I believe. I haven't even watched any of it. Some years I watch, whoever's on, whoever's the UK. You got to take a shower while the sun is still up because it's outside. Oh, you don't stand outside in the all together, do you, Shad? I hope you've not got any neighbours if you're standing there in the all together. In the UK, we just have to stand outside with a shampoo because it rains that hard. We don't need to bother. No, the water would be cold, but wouldn't fancy an outside shower in the UK. You have them on the beaches, though, here, if ever it's hot enough to use them. There's one in Cleveland, an outdoor shower. Oh, you're out in the country, right? Well, you're all right. The cows will be looking at you. The critters will be having a look. Or there might be some hikers out there. You never know. You'd be giving the hikers an eyeful. What are you going to do in the winter? And there's no sun to warm your water. And you're breaking the ice to have a shower. Because that's his name. I asked him if he was called Shadrach, but he's not. He's just called Shad. I used to have an ex-boyfriend whose father was a Shadrach. Shadrach Chadwick, he was called. I guess his parents were religious of some description, because I think it's in the Old Testament. Oh, in the winter you go to the big house, right? That reminds me of what they used to call it, the big house. Used to call it the prison, didn't they? The big house. Trolleys, knickers, trolleys. Yeah, trolleys, trolley bags. I don't know why they call them trolleys, but they are. New pairs of knickers, yeah. Yeah, my ex-boyfriend's dad was called Shadrach. I always think of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Were they in the Bible or something? Can tell I'm not that religious, can't you? Right, I've done that. I've done that using A, which is green. Work 12 rows in stocking stitch, increase at the third and the following fourth. Right. Got to do green now. Oh, God, Janet, stop throwing everything on the floor. Oh. $20 catalogues for what? What kind of catalogues have you got? Yeah, trolleys is more substantial knickers, I would say. Definitely not like today's little panties. They would be more substantial knickers. Probably ones with legs in or something, like our grannies used to wear. My dad used to call them harvest festivals. All is great, all is safely gathered in, yeah. Well, you get catalogues for that. So Hirschner's and Mary Maxim knit pins, knit picks. God, we don't get catalogues like that. Yeah, off your trolley means losing your mind, yeah. Bloomers, that's right. I hope you've got yours on. Thicker knickers. I actually didn't need thicker knickers today. I went out the other day. I said, my goodness me. I said, I need my thicker knickers on. And I got a very funny look off somebody. I think in the winter I need a pair of trolleys with legs in. Yeah, shopping trolley now. It's an old-fashioned name, trolleys. People probably don't use it anymore now. We used to call them knickknacks. And my son calls them undercrackers. Have I got any clean undercrackers? Bang, bang, bang went the trolley. Yeah, trolley dolly. That's the, what do they call them? Stewardesses. A trolley dolly. What time is? Oh, it's getting near the witching hour. Getting near the witching hour. I'll be glad to get to bed tonight. Have a little sleep. Or in my case, have a big sleep. I've never had that feeling. With my zoom, zoom, zoom went my heartstrings. I can't remember having that feeling about anybody. Do I mind being in a house? I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't forget I spent 30 odd years on my own in my other house. I love being on my own. I'm a solitary creature. I'm not one of these people who hates being on my own. My friend couldn't stand being on her own. I mean, she's got used to it now. When she first got divorced, she couldn't stand it. But now I love it. What have I got? A heart and a square. What's that, Nathan? I never get these symbols. I'm just a bit dumb when it comes to symbols. Well, I don't even have an animal when I'm on my own. I will next weekend. I'll have the dogs next weekend. Right. Using A, which is green, yeah. Like 12 rows, increasing another third and every following fourth row. Right, 4 rows. Yeah, somebody was asking me about whether you watched Eurovision. Nathan, I know you did. My friend Sarah watched it. I didn't. I mean, at one time, the whole world stopped for Eurovision. The pubs would be empty because everybody was at home watching Eurovision, but now nobody gives the monkeys. Nobody wants to watch it anymore. You never miss it, and I never watch it. We balance each other out. Hey dear, so I've gone quiet over here. Because Janet's getting tired, that's why. Her eyes are starting to droop. He's been on the quiet side, that's why you miss Chris. He's probably doing his cooking. I've not heard from Carol, actually, Kaz. I haven't seen her on Facebook. I hope she's all right. Don't know what he's made. Does anybody ever hear from that lady? I think she was called Enid that used to come on. She just sort of dropped off the face of the earth, didn't she? I just wondered if she went in other channels, whether it was just me she didn't come into anymore. Yeah, I've not heard from Enid for about a year or so. I don't know where she went. I just thought maybe she just didn't come on mine. You know, maybe she went on the other lives now. I know you and Shad go on different lives, and so does Chris. I just thought maybe somebody else had heard her. Last time I heard, her husband was renovating the bathroom, wasn't he? And that was the last I heard from her. You know, you wonder, don't you, if you're thinking, is it just me she's gone off, or has she gone off everybody else as well? I know the squirrel raid don't come in anymore. I don't know whether I've offended them or anything, but they don't come in anymore. It's probably my fault because I don't go in any of their lives. I just don't find the time anymore. It's the wrong time of the day for me. Usually lives in America. Or I'm out because I go out quite a lot. I'm going to be going to bed in a minute. I'm getting tired. My knitting's going slower and slower. I've done quite a bit. I knitted Granny D. I haven't seen Granny D for a while now. As I say, the Squirrel Squad hasn't been in for ages. Maybe they've all gone off me. Can't blame them. I know she still does them because Crochet Rocks was saying she managed to catch Granny D in one of her lives the other day. Right, I've done that much on my sleeve. Oh dear. What happened to her? She had an accident, a stroke, or... See, I miss all these things because I don't go on the lives, yeah. Oh, thank you, Diane. Yeah, what happened to Granny D? She been ill? Been in an accident? What's happened? Have I missed something? Oh, gosh, I could sympathise. Always worries me with my osteoarthritis. You're frightened of falling in case you break anything. I'm always petrified of breaking a hip or something. I've got a dodgy hip anyway. Yeah, I know she must be because Tracy, Crochet Rocks, said she managed to capture on one of her lives, but she never said anything about her being ill or anything. So maybe she wouldn't. Maybe she thought it's private. Maybe she didn't want to say. Oh my gosh, in a care home. Oh God, I would dread that. I would dread that, honestly. Suppose you have to be dependent on anybody for your care. Good night, Esther. I'm going myself in a minute. It's the witching hour. I tend to turn off at midnight. Get me beauty sleep. My goodness, do I need my beauty sleep? Yeah, it's difficult adapting. I've got a friend who's got MS. She's in a wheelchair. Yeah, it's Cinderella time, Nathan. It is indeed. You're right there. Time for me to go to beddy bows. I'll tidy up in the morning. That's the beauty when nobody's here. I can leave all my rubbish around until the morning and tidy it up tomorrow. Normally, I have to move anything in case the dogs eat things. I have to move things that are chocolate or whatever that the dogs are not supposed to have. So I can leave it all lying around until tomorrow morning. And I can tidy it up then. Yeah. I think that's one reason why I like being on my own, because I don't have to tidy up everything. Oh, good night, Helen. Right, I'm going to go now. So thank you. Yeah, I want a craft room. Oh, gosh, do I want a craft room? I love to be messy. I need to do some sewing and it's just going to make a mess and I just don't want to. Oh, yeah. To me, it's not mess. If it's crafty mess, it's not mess. It's just part and parcel of being a crafter. But to other people who don't craft, it looks like mess. Untidy mess, yeah. Thank you, Nathan. What is the little symbols, the little heart and the square? Is it art? Yeah. No, I'm creative, yeah. My dad used to say, yeah, you create a mess. But you can't create, can you, without making a mess? Yeah, you've got to make a mess. It's just the. Oh, they're meant to be emojis, right? I don't understand emojis. I'm old. You know me, Nathan. I'm not with it at all. I can understand the first one. That's got like a sleepy head. Yeah, I mean, my family should be thankful I don't paint. It could be worse, couldn't it? Could be dripping paint all over everywhere and the carpets and everything. Yeah. At least my knitting's fairly self-contained, yeah. Fairly, I say fairly. Oh, you paint as well, yeah. I'd be slapping paint everywhere. I would definitely. You can see emojis next to chat box. You press them and everybody sees the portraits. Whatever. I just wonder what the little square box was that Nathan had put there. What that was supposed to be. I could understand one's going to sleep, one's a heart, and one's a square box. Oh, when I start my doll's house. Do you think that day will ever come, Val, when I start doing my dolly's house? I could sew the curtains, couldn't I? If I don't want to paint, I could at least sew the curtains. But then I haven't decided I'm going to paint the inside because I need to either wallpaper it or paint it inside. There were only two emojis. I've got three. I've got a beige box, a heart, looks like a heart, and it looks like somebody with a going to sleep. I saw 3 emojis. So I don't know what they're meant to be. Yeah, perhaps it's because I'm on a PC. Oh, they look like headphones to you. Oh. I can't even go back. I can't scroll back. Yeah, I got a square. I got a little face with a little thing that looked like somebody going to sleep. Then I got something that looked like something with a heart in the middle of it. And then I saw a square. Yeah, that's it. A sleepy face. Oh, a hand heart. Is that what it's meant to? And what's the square? What is the square? It's a hand heart, I see. One of them. Them. Can't do it. One of them. It's sort of yellow with a heart in the middle. Oh, it's the extra PC thing. It just looks like a square to me. And a square. So I don't know what the square is. The extra PC thing. Am I supposed to click on it? Am I supposed to do whatever to it? Oh, it must be adding something he's not typing. Oh, okay. I get the square. Anyway, I'm going to go. So thank you all for your company. And I will make a video sometime during the week and show you the crochet cardigan I've just finished. No pattern. One of my own again. So bye for now. I'm off to Betty Bo's to get some beauty sleep because my goodness, I need it. Okie dokie. I shall speak to you all very, very soon. Good night, everybody. Good night. Andy is waving goodbye. Goodbye. Think I'm all like Looby Loo, don't you? Bye. Bye, Val.